She was at Maple Leaf Gardens, you know. Come on now, tell them all.
Yeah, it was definitely at Maple Leaf Gardens.
Do
you get nostalgic for that? You seem so happy with your life now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm very proud of the old days, and I loved it. I mean, most of the time we had a good time. I mean, there were hassles and stuff, but I look back on it with a lot of fondness. I'm happy about it, and I mean, people like yourself who can say, I was there, you know, and we're all kind of grown up now, and we got kids. I love all that. I think it's great.
With Lennon's death receding into history, do you have any other perspectives on it? Do you philosophize about it at all?
No, I still can't come to terms with it, really. Myself. I find it very difficult to say anything about it, really. It's just one of those kind of shocking things, a bit like Kennedy's thing. I don't really know what you say about stuff like that. You can, at the time, on the actual day, as an interviewer stuck a microphone into a car, and me and said, "What do you think about the John?" And all I could muster was, "It's a drag." Well, because that got into print. So Paul McCartney says, "It's a drag." They sound very flippant. But it really was because I can't actually find words for it.
The greatest lesson that you hope you teach your kids?
Kindness to other people, I think. In our family, we're not really madly academic, because Linda wasn't a great academic. She was more artistic. And I wasn't very good either. I wasn't very good with the discipline, you know. I had other directions that I was wildly interested in, like rock and roll and music. And the school stuff I was quite interested in, wanted to do well, but it just didn't grab me as much as... Some of it did. There were some really great bits, but mainly I wasn't very academic, so that we don't really force our kids into that. If any of them are good, then we'll encourage them like mad. But I think really some of the best people I know are not... I mean, some of the best people I know can't even spell their own name. I mean, I can think of one guy I know who's really great, but I asked him, "How do you spell your name?" "Oh, I'm not sure." He's Irish. He would be, wouldn't he? No, he was great. He is great, I'm talking about. But the point really being that I'm more interested in heart than anything. I think, you know, if you've got a decent heart, you'll go a long way.
Thought that perhaps you'd be touring this year, because there were sort of rumors floating around, and then all of a sudden you weren't going to tour, but you did come up with a film. Was your film almost an answer to a tour, like instead of?
Well, you know, almost. At the beginning of making the film, I did think, you know, if I don't tour, then the film can go on tour. But actually, during the making of it, the music's mainly live from the film, so we were playing it live there and then with something of an audience. You know, it's turned out to mainly be film crew and dancers and actors and stuff. But it was almost the same as doing a live concert. And I realized again that I enjoyed it, and I'm a ham. So I may well get back to performing live.
The film is great. What about some of the old stuff? Why did you decide to include that?
Actually, a lot of it was the director's idea. I gave him a pool of songs that he could choose from that I was into singing. And I said, well, you know, you choose the various songs for various reasons. And he chose Yesterday because he wanted to set up a busking scene that we were going to do at the end of the movie. So that was one of the old songs. I chose For No One and Here, There and Everywhere just because I liked them as songs. And also, I've never actually done them ever on film or TV or stage or anything. The only time I ever did that song, For No One, was when I was writing it and the one time I'd recorded it. From then on, 20 years since then, I've never recorded it.
Do you ever feel as though you're turning on a whole new generation of kids, or you're going to be, through this film, to some of the old stuff?
Well, I don't know, you know, I mean, with my own kids, it is interesting. Like, there's a song, Good Day Sunshine, which, you know, the older people amongst us will remember, that my kids have never heard. They say, "Oh, I like that one, Dad." Whoa, you know, For No One. Like one of my daughters really liked For No One. So, "Oh, I love that song." So, you know, maybe, hopefully there is a little bit of that.
How important is the success of this film to you?
It's important, because anything you do, you want it to be successful. And we put a lot of work into it. I've kind of laid it on the line by the fact that I've written it. So it's sort of doubly important from that angle. I saw an interview with James Caan who said, however, if a film doesn't do well, I won't commit suicide. It's not that important. And I do like to take that attitude. There are things that are more important to me, but I'd like it to be a success.
Do you ever feel obligated to keep trying to prove yourself, whether it be to yourself or to other people?
Yeah, I find myself doing that. Sometimes you get fed up, you think, wait a minute, I don't have to prove myself, so you stop for a couple of weeks or a few days, but then you're doing nothing. And you think, oh, write a song. You don't write a song to prove anything. You just write it because it's a nice thing to do. You know, it's like a good carpenter will kind of make a table just because he loves the feel of wood. You know? I'm the same with music. I think so. You know, you get periods when it's faster than others, but No More Lonely Nights from the film, which is the kind of theme song from Broad Street, it came really easily. And it originally came from just a bass riff that I had, and I put a song to that. But yeah, it was very easy to write, and I was happy with the way it kind of just flowed.
Do you feel that you've got a lot more freedom now than you had 20 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. Because then you've got to listen to what other people want you to do all the time. Now I listen to what other people want me to do half of the time.
Are you valuing that kind of freedom, though? I mean, it's really something that you've learned to...
Yeah, well, I noticed that... Getting on why they would make a particular film, you just do it, it seems right, you know, you make all the decisions, you go for it.